Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for today's video. In today's video, we are getting an alarm on our OmniPL for a chlorinator. So we're going to tap alarms and show you. We're getting T-cell error, check cable, chlorinator 1, T-cell error, check cable, board, chlorinator 1, and chlorination error, main panel, relay stuck, chlorinator 1. So in this case, most of the time, and not always, it's going to be a fuse that's on the circuit board. So I'm going to pop over here and show you there's a 20 amp fuse and a 4 amp fuse. I know in this case the 20 amp fuse is blown. You might be able to see it. There's some markings there, but I'm going to take that out and replace it. So the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to power down the system before I remove or replace the fuse. So I'm going to do shutdown. We're going to let it shut down and then kill the circuit breaker. All right. So we're going to kill the circuit breaker. And then easiest if you get a pair of pliers. We're just going to remove that 20 amp fuse there. And you can see right there, got that black mark, so that fuse is no good. You can also, while the fuse is in place, I've seen them where you almost can't really see any damage. So if you take, you can check continuity by just putting your leads of a multimeter there and there to check continuity. But in this case, and by the way, the units ship with an extra fuse pack. A lot of times you're not going to have that. You can get these fuses, you know, the little 4 amp fuse there, 20 amp fuse at any auto parts store or a Lowe's, anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and pop this back in place. Make sure it seats all the way down. And we're going to reapply power. And I'll let it boot up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we've replaced that fuse, and most of the time, the vast majority of the time, I'd say just replacing that fuse is going to fix the issue. I can't say exactly why that would have blown. It could be if you have calcium buildup in the cell, there's too much conductivity so it drew too many amps, or if you have really high salt, it could do that. But I've also seen them maybe just be a little too finicky and blow. So in this case, we replaced the fuse, and then we're going to navigate back to the chlorinator. So chlorinator and then diagnostics button. And what we want to see, give it about 3 to 5 minutes for the system to power back up. You'll eventually hear a click from the inside here, and that is going to be the cell relay turning on. So what we want to do is have an instant and average salt reading that are pretty similar, really exactly the same, and then a cell current there. And any amp draw there means it's producing chlorine. If your instant and average salt don't match up, you're going to hit the plus minus button and the circular arrow, and then give it about 10-15 seconds, in which case the instant and average salt will match up. So like I said, in this case, we're getting readings of 0, and so we got something else going on with the cell. In this case, you can see calcium buildup inside the cell right there. That white material in between the fins is just calcium buildup. So we're going to need to clean that off just with an acid rinse. So maybe I'll make another video for another day on how to clean the salt cell. But get all the calcium out of there, and then come back, reinstall the cell, and then again you might have to hit the plus minus button, circular arrow, give it a couple minutes for the cell relay to kick on. If we're still getting 0 instant salt, 0 cell current after all that, make sure your cell type is correct. But if we've got all that done, then it's going to be time to replace the cell. But like I said, replacing the fuse most of the time fixes your issue. So that's it. That's it for the video. We appreciate you stopping by. If you got any value from the video, it really helps us out. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next one.